Halloween is awesome. I'm gonna get a costume and go out in the street. I'm gonna trick or treat, and then I'm gonna eat candy. I can't wait for Halloween. Halloween never comes too soon. Ghosts and witches brew, monsters and ghouls too, spiders and goblins, scary. Halloween is the best day. It's better than any other day. It's better than Arbor Day. It's better than Groundhog Day. Halloween is awesome. Halloween.
Every time around a Halloween, all the freaks make the scene. Beware after dark. Don't go by the graveyard. Ghoul Au Go Go. The spooks are stepping out. Ghoul Au Go Go. Don't leave the house. Zombies, vampires and mummies. Well, they all got the call. There's gonna be a monster ball. Ghoul Au Go Go. The spooks are stepping out. Ghoul Au Go Go. Don't leave the house. Ghoul Au Go Go. The spooks are stepping out. Ghoul Au Go Go. Don't leave the house. I've been told about a crazy fool. Crash the party, think it's cool. Don't do it, man. They ain't never been seen again. Ghoul Au Go Go. The spooks are stepping out. Ghoul Au Go Go. Don't leave the house. Ghoul Au Go Go. The spooks are stepping out. Ghoul Au Go Go. Don't leave the house.
Something in my head is going wrong. Sure to lose my mind, it won't be long. Evil thoughts do come to me this night. Something tells me things won't be alright. Not for you anyway. I'll chop your little head off and kick it around on the ground. Please don't mind the screams you think you hear. The wind, it makes strange sounds this time of year. candy by the door, axe in hand. I'm here to ensure that your Halloween is grand. I'll chop your little head off because it's just such a fun thing to do. Daddy's got a chainsaw too. I'll be waiting for you. Happy Halloween.
The night is dark and real spooky. Ghosts in the streets, black cats on the prowl. Batman's chasing Joker, there's Martians in the fields. Up above I hear a hoot, is that an owl? Bad boys slashing pumpkins, goblins throwing darts. I can hear the beating of Dracula's cold heart. If I didn't know better, I'd flee the scary scene. But there's no need to panic, it's only Halloween. I've come for candy.
Oh my!
Don't you think I'm cute? I'm walking around the neighborhood filling up this bag of loot. Stickers are my favorite, M&M
M&M's are great, oh yeah.
Here you go, one for each of you.
But I don't want your fruit.
All right, it's simple, right? It's Halloween. I don't want an apple. Unless it's a candy apple, right? I don't want any oranges. I don't want any raisins.
I'm on the porch of Mrs. Pendergrass. Mrs. P says to me,
Who's that behind the mask?
I said, "Wah!" And that makes her scream. Didn't mean to scare you, lady. Don't you know it's Halloween?
I've come for candy, that's why I'm in this suit. I'm trick-or-treating and you're supposed to give me loot. Snickers are my favorite, M&M's are great, oh yeah.
But I don't want no fruit.
We creep up to the haunted house, it moans and creaks like I'll get out. The porch has got a witch's broom, there's candles lit in every room. Don't leave me alone in here, I think I might explode with fear.
Hey, where did everybody go? Come on, you guys, this isn't funny. Really need to pee. Come on, I'll give you some of my chocolate.
And suddenly the lights come on, there's a party here, should go till dawn. I really hope my dad and mom will let me stay here where I belong. It's Halloween, and we gotta stay awake, oh yeah. Hey, it's all about candy.
Oh, aren't you cute?
Yeah, I know I'm cute. All around the neighborhood I've been collecting loot. Snickers are my favorite, M&M's are great, oh yeah. But I don't want no fruit.
Hey, Marty, how'd you do? Ooh, that's some good stuff you got. Yeah, I got a candy apple, but I'm not.
I don't want your fruit.
Yeah, it's too bad when they give you an orange and it's got those black things stuck in it. Who eats those? You ever? No, I can't imagine.
I want your Hershey. I want your Reese's. Don't care if my teeth is all to pieces. I want your Twinkies. I want your Milk Duds. I want your candy. Happy Halloween.
Like scared children in the snow. I know when the leaves are snowflakes raining down. Black and orange fill the sky. I'll miss you most on Halloween. I cling to my letters and tell their ribbons of magic and memory to hold me together. Hold on to me as tight as you can and whisper some words that will haunt me forever. Haunt me forever, hanging from chandeliers in my ears, singing like crystal. Haunt me forever, want you to echo through my heart when my ghosts are like snowflakes floating down to melt on my tongue. I love to be the moonlight on your face. It's my favorite thing to see when you look at me with glowing eyes. I know when the leaves are snowflakes raining down. Black and orange fill the sky. I'll only talk to you in dreams. I'll miss you most on Halloween. I cling to my memories and tell their ribbons of magic and moonlight to hold me together. Shivers are all I have left of the trembles I felt when I looked at your scarecrows. Hold on to me as tight as you can and I'll whisper some words that will haunt you forever, hanging like souvenirs in your mind, singing like crystal. Haunt me forever, want you to echo through my heart when my ghosts are like snowflakes floating down to melt on my tongue. I cling to my memories and tell their ribbons of magic and memory to hold me together. Shivers are all I have left from the it trembles without when I look at your scarecrows. Where are you now, my unfaithful muse? I'm still waiting for you to finish what you started. The more light I shine, the longer the shadows I'm casting. Water can't help, only fire it seems to cling me now. Hold on to me as tight as you can, and I'll whisper some words that will haunt you forever. Haunt you forever, hanging like souvenirs in your mind, singing like crystal. Haunt me forever, I want you to echo through my heart when my ghosts are like snowflakes, floating down to melt on my tongue. Floating down to melt on my tongue. Floating down to melt on my tongue.
Halloween ghosts and shivers down my spine, creeps into my heart and haunts my mind, dances like fog with a mystery and grace, leaves me enchanted with the perfect doll-like face. Too good to be true, are you a trick or a treat? Certainly tasted from your forehead to your feet. It's midnight in the garden, baby, love at first sight. Slide your hands over my body, baby, give me a bite. I want to dance until the sun pierces the sky. Lay down in my arms, baby, together we die. Halloween girl lights a flame inside my heart, spins me around till I'm back at the start. Lips so soft and candy apple sweet, she carved a name into my heart for everyone to see. Too good to be true, are you a trick or a treat? Certainly tasty from your forehead to your feet. It's midnight in the garden, baby, love at first sight. Slide your hands over my body, baby, give me a bite. I want to dance until the sun pierces the sky.
It's a magical time. I feel electric as I hold you tonight. In the witching hour, Mother Nature rules this ride. Follow me, baby, come outside. In the witching hour, can you feel the power? I had a vision. I saw you in a dream. It's in the cards now. You are my destiny. In the witching hour, wind on fire in our veins. Earthly dancer in my ways. In the midnight hour, can you feel the power? I tried and tried not to cast my spell, but I just couldn't help myself. In the witching hour, can you feel my power? In the witching hour, can you feel my power? Now it is done, and we become one. And you're captured in my sorcerer's love. Oh yeah. In the witching hour, on this night I made you mine. Couldn't run if you tried. In the witching hour, can you feel the power? On this night I made you mine. Couldn't run if you tried. In the witching hour, can you feel my power?
All right.
The sun is setting in the west, the shadows are growing tall. A bad moon's on the rise tonight, the children of the night call. Tonight the graves are opening up, the strangest sights are seen. Keep all doors and windows locked this night of Halloween. I sneak into your dreams at night, my voice enthralls your mind. You cannot fight my cold device or the evil that lurks behind. The twilight mist dims your view, it's all like in a dream. Revelations of doom appears this night of Halloween. Souls were unclean, lives that should have never been come to life on Halloween. Souls were unclean, lives that should have never been come to life on Halloween. The sun is setting in the west, the shadows are growing tall. A bad moon's on the rise tonight, the children of the night call. Tonight the graves are opening up, the strangest sights are seen. Keep all doors and windows locked this night of Halloween.
We are the undead, immortal. No man can harm us unless he bores a stake through our hearts, or beheads us. No one is protected from us unless they hold the hated cross.
You're a vampire.
Yes. I can savor the most extreme of Satan's delights. I can feed on the blood of a human victim.
Not me.
It is a test. One who is dedicated to the devil and his deeds will not die by a vampire's bite, but will become one of the undead, a vampire. The good and the innocent die.
I threw a monster party last Halloween night and invited all the monsters for a fun October fright. All the famous monsters would be making the scene. I figured that my bash would be the year's biggest scream. I put out lots of Chex Mix and some Rice Krispie treats. The skeleton band was kicking out some spooky beats. I headed to the dance floor, ready to get down, but all the monsters just were sort of standing around.
It was a lame monster party.
Hey guys, come on!
It was a lame monster party.
Doesn't anybody want to dance?
The monsters were boring and the party really sucked, and nobody had any fun.
Nobody was boogieing or acting very scary. The zombies kind of roamed around, texting on Blackberries. Frankenstein showed pictures from his recent trip to Branson. Wolfman argued macroeconomics with Charlie Manson. When Jason wasn't droning on about Scientology, he talked in painful detail about his vasectomy. But Freddy Krueger took the prize for testing our endurance, trying to convince the ghost they needed life insurance.
It was a lame monster party.
Anyone for Twister?
It was a lame monster party.
How about karaoke?
The monsters were boring and the party really sucked, and nobody had any fun.
Damien wouldn't budge as he played his Game Boy. The mummy was doing Sudoku. Dr. Jekyll went and ate up all of the brownies, and Dracula kept checking his MySpace account. Leatherface, who showed up drunk, kept hitting on the witches and cornered everybody with his Amway sales pitches. The creature from the Black Lagoon was out in the yard, debating with Godzilla about Kirk and Picard. Finally, I knew that it was time to call it quits when Chucky started reenacting Monty Python skits. I learned my lesson, you can bet I won't do that again. Next Halloween, just me and Igor down at Bennigan.
It was a lame monster party.
No, Igor, I don't want to see your Austin Powers imitation
It
again.
was a lame monster party.
Oh, put guacamole on the cat.
Monster party.
Honestly, that's just sophomoric.
Monster party.
Screw it. I'm going to bed. Bunch of sticks.
One time, a preacher went to see could he banish a ghost from a house there in his settlement. This house had been haunted about 10 years, and several had tried to stay there all night. But before midnight, they'd get scared out by the ghost. Well, this preacher I'm telling you about, he was a brave man. And he took his Bible, and he went right on up to that house. Went on in, built himself up a big fire, lit a lamp, and sat there reading his Bible. No problems at all, until just before midnight, when he heard something start up in the cellar. Walking back and forth, back and forth. And then he heard something start to scream and get choked off. And he heard a lot of thrashing around and struggling. And finally everything got quiet. Well, like I told you, this preacher was a brave man. Anybody else be out of that house in 2 seconds flat, but he sat right back down. He opened up his Bible, and he started reading again. But he hadn't got more than about 2 sentences read when he heard that thing starting up the cellar stairs. Step, 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 closer and closer. Step, 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 till it was right outside the cellar door. Well, then that preacher, he did get a little scared, and he stood up and he backed himself up against the wall and he held his Bible out in front of him. The knob turned slowly, and the door opened wide. And that preacher, he said in a quiet voice, "In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost, who are you, and what is it you want?" Well, the ghost came right across the room, straight up to him, took hold on his coat lapels. Turned out to be a young woman, about 20 years old. She smelled earthy. Her hair was torn and tangled, and the flesh was dropping off her face, so he could see bones and part of her teeth. She didn't have no eyeballs, but there was a kind of a blue light way back in her eye sockets. And she had no nose to her face. But then she started talking. Sounded like her voice was coming and going with the wind blowing through it. Told him how her lover had killed her for her money and buried her in the cellar there. Said if he'd dig up her bones and give her a Christian burial, she could rest. But then she told him not to bury all bones. She told him to keep the end joint of the little finger of the left hand and hold on to it. And put it in the collection plate next Sunday. And he'd find out who it was that murdered her. And if you come back here once more after that, you'll hear my voice at midnight. And I'll tell you where my money is hid. And you can give it to the church. Well, then the ghost sobbed like it was tired and sank down through the floor and disappeared. What else could that preacher do? He went downstairs to the cellar. He found her bones. He brought them up to the cemetery, buried them, gave her a Christian burial, and prayed over her bones. But he didn't bury all the bones. He kept the end joint of the little finger of her left hand, and he held on to it. And he put it in the collection plate that Sunday. The collection plate got passed around like usual, and when a certain man happened to put his hand in the collection plate, and he touched that bone, it stuck to his hand. He rubbed, and he scraped, and he tore at that bone trying to get it off. He went around screaming like he was going crazy until finally they grabbed hold on him. And he confessed to the murder. And they took him on to jail. And after he was hung, with the finger bone still stuck right to his hand, it never did come off, the preacher went back to that house one midnight. And the ghost voice told him to dig under the hearth rock. He did, and found a big sack full of gold and silver money. And where the ghost had taken hold on his coat lapels, it looked like the print of them bony fingers was burnt right into the cloth. It never did come out.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow. Sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to the still beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, this it is, and nothing more." Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that scarce was sure I heard you." Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the darkness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore!" This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore!" Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mane of lord or lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. "Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast above the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such name as Nevermore. The raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further then he uttered, not a feather then he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, "Doubtless," said I, "what it utters is its only stock and store. caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore of nevermore. But the raven, still beguiling all my sad soul into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking, nevermore. This I sat, engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er she shall press. Ah, nevermore! Then, methought, the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch! I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he has sent thee, respite, respite, and nepenthe from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh, quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempter sent or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden it shall clasp a sainted maiden whom the angels named Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that word a sign of parting, bird or fiend? I shrieked up starting, get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian sore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul has spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor. And my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's hard to believe, but the dead are actually rising from their graves. Dozens, maybe hundreds of corpses are slowly coming this way. The police have cordoned off the road, and at this time they're asking everyone to...
We're going to break in here to talk a little bit about National Public Radio and what NPR means to you. As you know, it's day 2 of our pledge drive here, and we're halfway to our hourly goal of $5,000. So pick up that phone and support your local public radio station now.
And that should keep you alive for the time being. It's total chaos here. Oh my god, they've broken through the lines and they're attacking people left and right. Men, women, even children are dying right before my eyes. They seem immune to bullets or any kind of injury. The only thing that seems to affect them is...
Hi, this is Doug Elbert from Your Morning Coffee with Doug. Did you know that public radio has been in your city for over 20 years, completely supported by the community, and every year you've answered the call? Just for $1 a day, you can keep the station on the air, bringing you all the important news as you need it. So pick up the phone and call in your pledge now.
Are doing everything they can to slow down the ever-growing mob of shambling dead, but for every one of those two seem to take its place. Everyone killed by these horrors rises themselves and becomes one. We've taken cover in a gas station, and I'll stay on the air as long as I can. Oh my god, they're trying to get in! Barricade the door! The police have just given us the following list of evacuation points. You must get to an evacuation point. The police simply do not have the resources to respond to any emergency calls at this time. You must get to an evacuation point. The police simply do not have the resources to respond to any emergency calls at this time. They're asking people to refrain from calling 911. Your call will not be answered. The evacuation points are as follows. For anyone west of 120th Street, your evacuation point is...
Hello, this is Steven from Mellow Jazz. NPR is completely supported by the donations of folks just like you. It's only through your donations that we can provide you with quality entertainment and up-to-minute news coverage. So please, pick up that phone now and support your local public radio station. Every cent goes to provide you with great news coverage just like this.
Hey Tom, it's Bob from the office down the hall. It's good to see you, buddy. How have you been? Things have been okay for me, except that I'm a zombie now. I really wish you'd let us in. I think I speak for all of us when I say I understand why you folks might hesitate to submit to our demand. But here's an FYI, you're all gonna die screaming. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're not unreasonable, I mean no one's gonna eat your eyes. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're at an impasse here, maybe we should compromise. If you open up the door, we'll all come inside and eat your brains. I don't want to nitpick, Tom, but is this really your plan? Spend your whole life locked inside a mall. Maybe that's okay for now, but someday you'll be out of food and guns, and you'll have to make the call. I'm not surprised to see you haven't thought it through enough. You never had the head for all that bigger picture stuff. But Tom, that's what I do, and I plan on eating you slowly. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're not unreasonable, I mean no one's gonna eat your eyes. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're at an impasse here, maybe we should compromise. If you open up the door, we'll all come inside and eat your brains. I'd like to help you, Tom, in any way I can. I sure appreciate the way you're working with me. I'm not a monster, Tom. Well, technically I am. I guess I am. Got another meeting, Tom. Maybe we could wrap it up.
know we'll get to common ground somehow. Meanwhile, I'll report back to my colleagues who were chewing on the doors. I guess we'll table this for now. I'm glad to see you take constructive criticism well. Thank you for your time. I know we're all busy as hell. And we'll put this thing to bed when I bash your head open. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're not unreasonable. I mean, no one's gonna eat your eyes. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're at an impasse here. Maybe we should compromise. Open up the doors. We'll all come inside and eat your brains.
Brains. Brains. I love brains, don't you? Let's paint some brains. Life is art, and art is life. That's what I used to think. Till the happy little accident that's pushed Earth to the brink. The dead are rising everywhere. On human flesh they feed. They always ask for brains because they know that's what they need. But somehow I got lucky because I'm still pretty smart. Either that or my profession didn't need much brains to start. The other zombies shamble, they move and think so slow. So they're the perfect audience for my painting show. Load your 2-inch brush with liquid white, but don't you let it dry. The phthalo blue and cadmium yellow sweeping across the sky. Broad strokes with mountain mixture, stippled with Dutch elm disease. Pull down and gently brush across, and look there, you've got undead happy trees. As zombies, we don't have the fine control for small details. So stick a number 6 fan brush right through your hand, that never fails. A palette knife is good for rolling on some Van Dyke brown, and also slicing pieces off that guy you grabbed uptown. Now add some shrubs and undergrowth and a riverbank with stones, and another layer of liquid white for all the skulls and bones. For living flesh, use alizar in crimson and bright red. A few circles and some thin dark lines, and look there, severed heads. Now some blue and crimson mixed together, finish off that sky. Just because you're dead and rotting is no reason not to try. There's an artist deep inside you, he went well with wine and cheese, and his family is fleeing to be caught by the undead happy trees. Now the mountains should be greens and browns on top of orange streaks, which represent the glow of towns that have burned back there for weeks. And the bodies bobbing in the river should be reds and grays. Use titanium white to highlight those that have been there several days. Add some details to the foreground. Broken toys, someone's lost shoe. Now it's finished, add your signature. Yes, yes, an X will do. Be sure to take care of your tools. Don't let palette knives get dull. And clean your brushes, whack them dry on an easel or a skull. Each painting is a new world, made how I want it to be. And so my world's a happy place, my zombie friends and me. Humanity may all succumb, but I will take my ease and paint the screaming victims of my new friends, the undead happy trees. Brains. Happy little brains.
Well, I'm not very good at being a monster. I'm not very good at being mean. As monsters go, I'm only quite so. I try hard to be rotten, but they just laugh and pat my bottom. I tried every trick in the monster's handbook. I practiced all my gurglings and my screams, but it seems the more I think I know, the cuddlier I grow. So bang go my monster's Oscar dreams. And it's not because I'm lazy, and it's not 'cause I don't try. I'd love to scare your pants off, but I'm just too shy. The other monsters laugh at me and make me cry. 'Cause I'm not very scary at all. Well, my mum says not to worry, that she still loves me. But my dad thinks there is something wrong with me. You see, my belly fur is pink and my feet don't sting. I'm a fly in the ointment 'cause I'm such a disappointment. Well, my sister's 10 foot tall and needs policemen. My brother is as scary as can be, but me, I try so very hard to scare the whole schoolyard, but it's them that scares the willies out of me. My dad said that to get ahead we should instill dread inside our rivals. Be nasty and mean, disgusting and unclean. But I'm just not up to it. I can't bring myself to do it. I just can't help being friendly. I just can't help being nice. They say that I should petrify, but it's just no dice. I think it's time that I declined my dad's advice. 'Cause I'm just not very scary at all. No, I'm not very scary at all.
My homeowners association sent us a letter to say they had a way of making Halloween better and safer and more fun for everyone involved and completely non-offensive. It makes sense, problem solved. I didn't know there was a problem, but okay, and this probably won't affect my plans in any way, so let's see what they say. I read a little more, saw my kids could only trick-or-treat from 3 o'clock to 4. Decoration limit 2 pumpkins per yard, and knives are dangerous, so they can't be carved, and no devils, or anything satanic or morose, and even nothing made of satin, cause it sounds too close. To make sure nobody gets offended or upset, we got some guidelines here for what costumes you can get and no witches. They promote witchcraft, as does Harry Potter Bewitched and the Wizard of Oz. No aliens, monsters, mutants, or cannibals, and werewolves promote cruelty to animals. Vampires might make a kid too scared, and zombies are offensive to the living impaired. No Freddy, no Jason, in fact they can't be characters from films they aren't old enough to see. No commercial characters like SpongeBob or Superman, and no ghosts. The sheets look too much like the Klan. Figure skaters show way too much skin, and Dora the Explorer's an illegal alien. Okay, so how about a duck? Anyone got a problem with my kid dressing up like a duck? Huh? We can't give out candy because it makes the kids fat. Just stickers and fruit and maybe that granola crap. I was stunned. Is this really how they want it run? It's politically correct and not a damn bit of fun.
I'm sorry, we can't allow that sound effect because it's too scary and might be upsetting to some of our younger listeners. No, I'm sorry. The evil laughter perpetuates the stereotype of the mad scientist. Oh, no, that's just sexist. Why does the victim always have to be female?
Surprisingly, with all the things it said we couldn't do, the letter didn't say a word about bags of flaming poo. So guess what I got planned, and I hope they understand, cause I'm throwing my own party and it will get out of hand. No one will be allowed in unless they are wearing a costume guaranteed to offend. Maybe something like a walking pair of breast implants, or a priest with an altar boy hanging from his pants. People showed up and I was very impressed with my guests and how they decided to dress. There's Jess, she came as a messed up slut. And there's George Lucas with a lightsaber up his butt. And there's the most evil creature they say, a lawyer for the RIAA. And I dressed up like the Honey Nut Cheerios bee. What? The little bugger scares the crap out of me.
Now, do you really think a reanimated corpse is suitable for children? Okay, that's better, but can you try something a little friendlier? Yes, that's perfect. Now you've got it. Did you guys see Devo Spice's party?
Yeah, it was awesome. I went as a sort
It
of...
was disgraceful and completely against the rules.
Yeah, it was, awful.
Next year, we're gonna have to just ban Halloween for good and go right to Christmas, Hanukkah, you know, that time of year.
That sounds like a good idea, but how shall we go about it?
Simple. We allow the residents to hang up their holiday decorations at the beginning of October.
Yes, that'll work, that'll work.
Okay, moving on. Unit number 47's front door is off-white, not white. This is against the rules. I vote we fine them $500 per day until they get it replaced. All in favor?